Tell me about about get the flow, get the flow. Tell me about it will never be the same. Show me love which comforts me. Show me love which comforts me. It will never be the same. Show me love which comforts me. It will never be the same. Show me love which comforts me.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Golden Show that hopefully never ends here. It's nice to be back here on a YouTube platform here for a change. I'm normally on the TikTok as in Nick C with the latest with Nick C, and we've pretty much come into our 19th episode. We've even caught up touring with us here on this channel here, and of course we welcome anyone that of course is able to tune in at any one time here and come and actually spot us here. If you haven't already spotted us before, we appreciate you watching on the replay here. We'll be here for about an hour or so and no longer, but I'll go back to the weekend extra with, of course, hopefully some fans on TikTok. I'm normally on the TikTok, which actually, of course, is on the screen right now. TikTok, as in touring with us, as well as latest with Nick C. It is episode number 13, so let's go. 100%. So, yeah, apparently I've got a reading. I just want to, of course, okay, I've been told it's not a free reading. Okay, okay. Unless it's free, I won't bother with it. Okay. So, yeah, some people are charging for readings out there. Whether you believe in readings or not, I do not know. But, yeah, I hope that people are able to come in the chat here this afternoon, or this evening, actually, as it is, of course, 8 o'clock now. And I'll be here until about 9 o'clock. See if anyone at least comes in the chat and says hello. And, you know, it's been a long time since I've been on touring with us, so yeah, it's pretty much quiet at the moment, as it usually is. But you know, I'm doing a sort of weekend special here, and you know what? It's good when it's quiet, actually. No one's here to actually moan about. But, of course, hopefully one day somebody will be able to tune in and say hello. I'm going to say hello in the chat. And, of course, I'm looking for moderators for this channel as well. So, yeah, I've just put the word hi on there. So, yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Some people haven't actually seen our YouTube for a long time. If you have not been on TikTok, make sure you follow us there as well. Of course, the Nice and Relaxing Show does come on here occasionally, so look out for that. And, you know, I welcome everybody that wants to come in and say hello in the chat. So there you go. Yeah. Somebody is asking me on TikTok, rather, to pay for a reading. I don't think I can afford it right now. So yeah, I'm not that much money inclined. Right, okay. Let me just. Right, okay. I'm just going to say that I don't think I can afford it. Right, okay, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of scammers out there, you know, pretending to meet you up as, of course, not even a friend. You know, they won't meet up unless you pay them to come over. So that is a bit of an unfortunate thing that we're going through at the moment, and it's clarifying who is genuine and who is not. So people have to understand that they can't afford everything, you know, and of course. What I would actually personally do, you know, if I was wanting to meet somebody, I'd get them to come over, and if they want to make the effort to come over and speak to me in person, then that's fine. Okay, I've got no problem with that, and of course, we would definitely buy a coffee for each person that does meet. But yeah, we're looking to have that sort of scenario where people meet up as a social gathering. Okay, and you know, if you're up for doing that, of course, there are a few people on TikTok that are up for that. Then, of course, that'd be awesome. You know, it would really, really help and show that, of course, we can meet in real life as well. It just really goes to show. So yeah, even those with couples at the moment, bring them down as well and show your support and love towards us. So that'd be absolutely awesome. So yeah, massive hello if you are just joining us here. Come and say hello in the chat. In the chat, in the chat. Well, it is a little bit chat at the moment, but of course we need some people in the chat here. Come and say hello and what you up to tonight. So yeah, are you getting ready for Christmas? That's what we're talking about here, and we may talk about that on the weekend extra with Nick C over on the TikTok. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, yeah. Apparently, it's $15 for each reading to get a full life reading. Right. Okay. So yeah, if anybody does want a reading, it is $15. That's probably, roughly speaking, about £12 in English money. I will spread the word. So yeah, there you go. That's all you can actually sort of respond back, you know, in terms of that. I've got an issue to talk about here. It's something that I can't really talk about on TikTok as much because I might get demonetized, that kind of thing. But yeah, basically, of course, it's about the people doing twits or you know, twits as in tweets. I think it's called tweets these days, not twits. And I'm getting the wrong choice of word here. No, seriously, I'm telling you that they do tweets on there, and when I say tweets, I mean, of course, somebody does a post online, whether it's Facebook or Twitter, something like that. And this guy, Mark Heath, came on the Dan Wootton show recently. I've got clips of that in just a moment, so stand by for that, and you can have a listen to that yourself. But what I would say now, It's very interesting what he had to say on that note. And there's just small bits of it of the Dan Winton show recently that this guy came on his show, and of course he's campaigning to support those people who have been suffering because of being in prison for a tweet that they apparently deleted after they had said something about the actual riot or something like that, which has never been questioned by all means. It needs to be questioned, and these people that are sort of sending people into prison need to be questioned and find out why they are doing this. And it's absolutely terrible, isn't it? But yeah, I won't go into depth with my opinion about it all the time, but you can share your thoughts as well. It'd be interesting to know what you've got to say on that. So yeah, if anybody wants to say hi in the chat, feel free to do so at any time. This is the latest with Nixie live episode number 13 on the Touring With Us YouTube channel. So I'd like to say a huge thank you very much for those people who have been listening today, which have been absolutely brilliant. I really do appreciate that. And I will be on later on TikTok yet again for the latest with Nick C. Well, actually, it will be Weekend Extra. Okay? Which means, of course, we get interactive with everyone here. Unfortunately, on YouTube, we can't really have guests on the show unless you go together live. So that's a slightly different thing altogether. So, yeah, we have been going so far 12 minutes into the show. And let's go to this little bit of a talk here. Give me a tongue rest for the moment. And have a listen to what, of course, has been said by both Dan Wootton and the guest that was on his show. I think it was Thursday this year, 2024. And, of course, I'm trying to think what episode it was, actually. It was Thursday the 21st of November, 2024. Okay, here is this clip here, and I hope that you enjoy this. Well, of course, you won't enjoy that this person had to go through the prison sentence, and, of course, apparently he pleaded guilty. So let's have a listen and a watch.
So today I clear the stage for Mark Heath, who the authorities tried to destroy for his social media posts after the Southport massacre cover-up. But when they tried to coerce the former prison officer into pleading guilty, he refused.
I know how prison works anyway, so I know certain things that maybe other people may not know. But I think the police were a bit silly with me because they actually arrested.
Let's stop that again, actually.
So today I clear the stage for Mark Heath, who the authorities tried to destroy for his social media posts after the Southport massacre cover-up. But when they tried to coerce the former prison officer into pleading guilty, he refused.
I know how prison works anyway, so I know certain things that maybe other people may not know. But I think the police were a bit silly with me because they actually arrested for intending to stir up racial hatred. Now, I knew that there was no intention there at all. If they'd arrested me and charged me with posting silly, stupid messages on X, I would have gone guilty. But they didn't. And they were trying to portray me in a certain way, which just wasn't true. I'm just a Joe Public who's got strong opinions on a lot of things, and I'm not afraid to say it, as other people are not. And with regards to, I was facing a period of time in jail. My barrister, my counsel actually said to me, if this goes wrong, you're probably looking at 3-4 years because you've gone not guilty. So that won't look well in the judge's eyes. And even then, I'm like, look, I am not guilty and I'm not pleading guilty all the way through. When I had my initial plea hearing, I was on remand in prison. It was via video link because I was in a wheelchair and I was quite poorly at the time with the whole situation. The judge who was doing the plea hearing, he asked me how I plead and I said, I am not guilty. And they almost chuckled. I can see him like smile and kind of like, are you sure, Mr. Heath? And I'm like, yes, I'm sure. I am not guilty. And They told my counsel, why has he done that? You know, why are you not advising him what needs to be done? And I was quite clear with my counsel all the way through. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you say, what you advise me. I am going not guilty.
Okay. Okay, everybody, I do hope you have sort of got an inklings of what that is all about here. And that was Mark Heath talking to Dan Wootton on Thursday, the 21st of November 2024. But yeah, he was absolutely right about, of course, you know, not pleading guilty at this moment of time. And, you know, I advise anyone to try and do that. And hopefully, of course, none of you come across what he experienced there. And also, of course, there is another lady that's coming out on Monday. She's going to cherish the moment as well, so good on her as well. So yeah, it is a sad time that we're going through, that people, of course, just send you in prison for something that you say online, and of course then gets deleted. It seems to be spreading around about that, and something needs to be done about that, in my opinion. But yeah, it's great to be back here on the channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel of Touring With Us if you haven't already. A lot of people have now subscribed, and hopefully, of course, we'll see some other people from TikTok come over here. I'd love that. I really would love that if they would come over here and support the channel in any way here. Different sort of background here, a little bit of a blue background here, as you can see there, and you can see my microphone a little bit more here. And of course, yes, I can pretty much say in an independent sort of source more than what I can say on TikTok, but definitely I'll be on Weekend Extra later on this evening. Can't wait for that, I really can't. But yeah, to catch up with everyone. Okay, just a promotion from the Psychic, okay? The Psychic Marie 1. Check her out on TikTok. She didn't understand what I meant by I will spread the word. Perhaps she's, of course, from another part of the world I don't know about. But, of course, it is $15 for the reading, whether you, of course, agree to that fee, for a full life reading if you can afford it. Okay? Of course, what she gives you is a accurate reading. Of course, she thought I was going to buy it there and then, but of course, yeah, maybe think about it in the future. But of course, yeah, I don't know how true all this is. So, yeah, whether it is like predicting the future or something like that, or just a psychic medium just trying to make money. But yeah, I don't know. But of course, it says thank you for your support or supporting my page. I'm picking random of my followers for a reading. Would you like me to consider you as a reading? And I can consider it as a reading XXX. Okay. Seems like you fancy me or something like that. The way you've written XXX on that. Should I proceed? Well, I said I don't think I can afford it. But, of course, this is what she'll do. Of course, if, of course, you are to give your name and zodiac sign with 2 X's on there as well, as in kisses. What kind of reading do you want? Of course, she says I do general reading, mini reading, full life reading, future reading, past life reading, love reading, financial reading, dream reading, career reading, and pregnant reading. So those are the categories here. It'd be nice to have somebody to talk about this, and of course to convince people they are not scammers. You know, and you actually get what you are paying for the time that they are reading the segments out. Because, you know, it could well be a professional reader, but of course on the same time they could also pretend to be one, like take the money, and then of course they will give you nothing in return. So they need to make sure that they are genuine psychic readers, because anyone could actually do that and take the money and you won't get your reading. So yeah, make sure that you are aware of scammers on there that will take the money online, but of course then will not read you anything and say all that, but never end up reading anything to you. So they've got to prove that they are going to actually say what they are actually doing. So 20 minutes gone off the show already. Of course, it's gone so fun-packingly quick already. And where has the time gone? It's gone so fun-packingly quick here. It usually does. Right, okay. I'm going to read to you something which is quite useful to read about the Salvation Army, which is a Christian church and registered charity number 214779. And in Scotland, SC 009359, and the headquarters is this number here, 02073674800, and it's the fr@salvationarmy.org.uk. And if you want to donate to them, it is salvationarmy.org.uk/donate. Okay, and this is November 2024, and it's of course sent to Mr. Nick C at my address here. I'm not going to read that out, but obviously Mr. Clowes, of course, or actually Mr. C in this case, would you or will you put Salvation Army on your Christmas list? Christmas is such a wonderful time of the year, but I'm sure you'll agree that for many people it's also one of the busiest, with cards and gifts to buy and festive food to choose and shop for. A good old-fashioned shopping list is essential. That's why I'm delighted to send you the enclosed shopping list, paid as little as Christmas gift, with the Salvation Army's best wishes, and I hope you find it both attractive and useful. So there you go. Okay, I just want to pause there for a second there. Just texting someone. Sorry about the pause here. So there you go. Sorry about that. And we're talking about the Salvation Army here. Mr. C. I'm also hoping that you will be giving a donation to the Salvation Army at the top of your list this Christmas. Let me explain why. The Salvation Army supports people for whom Christmas is a sad and desperate time. For families struggling in immense hardship, there are just, isn't enough money to buy the basics, let alone Christmas treats. For them, enough to eat and perhaps a toy for their child would make their Christmas. For many older people, their wish could be to have some company at Christmas, someone to talk to. As I'm sure you can imagine, loneliness is a sense of isolation can affect older people even more intensely at Christmas. And for the people living on the streets at the coldest time of the year, or those who are particularly close to doing so well as a result of the cost of living crisis, their hope this Christmas would be for some help to get their lives back on track. By the way, of course, cost of living crisis does not happen anymore. There's no cost of living, not under this Labour government. They have decided to drop it for whatever reason, I do not know. Surely this isn't too much to hope for. The Salvation Army, of course, wants to be there for everyone in need this Christmas. As a Salvation Army officer, I've seen firsthand what a wonderful difference that their work can actually make at Christmas and throughout the whole year. I also know we couldn't do it without the support of people like you. Your gift of £9 could actually bring hope and comfort to someone in desperate need this Christmas. Okay, your £9 could contribute to one-to-one support work for the homeless person in one of our centres that they've got. £19 could actually contribute towards a Christmas box filled with food and modest gifts to a family in urgent need and bring festive joy and new hope to their lives. And a £28 could provide a Christmas dinner and a promise of companionship for free lonely older people. Okay, we need special people like you to support their work at Christmas. Will you help them? Each year Salvation Army writes to people in hope that they will show compassion towards those in need by making a donation. Quite honestly, that's why that they are writing to you now. I hope that, of course, that you'll be able to, by this letter, make a gift today. However much you can give will be greatly received. It is only with the help of kind people like you that we can bring food to the hungry, friendship to the lonely, and warmth to the loneliness on Christmas Day. Please don't put it off, however good your intentions. Please make a donation today. The Salvation Army can help so many people in need, make real lasting difference to their lives. For some, starting this Christmas, please put a gift to the Salvation Army at the top of your list and make a donation today. It would be most wonderful gift you can give this Christmas. Thank you for your support and may God bless you for your kindness. Yours sincerely, Nick Coke, which is Lewitt Colonel, on behalf of the Salvation Army. P.S. Please send your donation right away. We really can do with something wonderful for others this Christmas. Thank you so much. Okay, and of course we would love to continue to keep in touch with you from time to time about our work. If you prefer not to hear from us, of course you can contact them on the supporter care team on 020 7367 4800 or email fr@salvationarmy.org.uk, and that is to view our privacy statement. Of course, visit salvationarmy.org.uk/privacy-statement. Of course, registered with Fundraising Regulator, and the registered office for Salvation Army is the Salvation Army Territorial Headquarters, 1 Champion Park, London, SE5 8FJ. So there we have it. How cool is that? You know, and of course you can donate anything that you like. What they offer there. How cool is that? So Panda Bear, hello to Luke as well, and of course, oh lovely. Hi Julian. Julian's not in the actual chat, but of course, yeah, hello to you all here, and thank you for joining us here on, of course, Touring With Us. For those people that watch us on TikTok all the time here. So yeah, I'm going to replay something for those people who missed it out here. If you're still watching, by the way, Panda and Luke, this may well be useful to you. And of course, it's about a prisoner that has been in prison for something he tweeted but then deleted. And this has been happening for quite some time. I'm going to replay this for those people who have only just switched on, okay, because I didn't really realise that you were switched on. But yeah, thank you for joining us there, and thank you for touring with us here, and keep spreading the word about touring with us, keep sharing the live and everything like that. I'll be later on the weekend extra, so that'll be quite cool. Thank you very much for your comments, both of you there, and anyone else that is or has been listening to the show. So I'm going to replay this, and yeah, let's play it back if I can. Hang on. Let's get this in perspective. Yeah, it's to do with Mark Heath. Oh, my mouse has fallen on the floor. It is a plug-in mouse, by the way. Let's have a listen. Let's play it again.
So today I clear the stage for Mark Heath, who the authorities tried to destroy for his social media posts after the Southport massacre cover-up. But when they tried to coerce the former prison officer into pleading guilty, he refused.
I know how prison works anyway, so I know certain things that maybe other people may not know. But I think the police were a bit silly with me because they actually arrested for intending to stir up racial hatred. Now, I knew that there was no intention there at all. If they'd arrested me and charged me with posting silly, stupid messages on X, I would have gone guilty. But they didn't. And they were trying to portray me in a certain way, which just wasn't true. I'm just a Joe Public who's got strong opinions on a lot of things, and I'm not afraid to say it, as other people are not. And with regards to, I was facing a period of time in jail. My barrister, my counsel actually said to me, if this goes wrong, you're probably looking at 3-4 years because you've gone not guilty. So that won't look well in the judge's eyes. And even then, I'm like, look, I am not guilty and I'm not pleading guilty all the way through. When I had my initial plea hearing, I was on remand in prison. It was via video link because I was in a wheelchair and I was quite poorly at the time with the whole situation. The judge who was doing the plea hearing, he asked me how I plead and I said, I am not guilty. And they almost chuckled. I can see him like smile and kind of like, are you sure, Mr. Heath? And I'm like, yes, I'm sure. I am not guilty. And they told my counsel, why has he done that? You know, why are you not advising him what needs to be done? And I was quite clear with my counsel all the way through. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you say, what you advise me. I am going not guilty.
So there we are. Of course, what are you making about that? You know, pleading not guilty for something he posted on probably Facebook or something like that. He reckons if it was on X, he might have got us, the guilty verdict. But of course, yeah, it is very, very sad. Of course, when people have that sort of situation where they are put in prison for something they haven't done. And of course, these paedophiles get away with it. You know, it's absolutely terrible. But there you go. It is what it is. I don't know what people are thinking right this minute here. Maybe you can get some sort of idea of thought on that one. So, yeah, could you tell us what you are thinking of when you saw that? I thought it was absolutely horrifying that this guy even went into prison. You know, I thought it was absolutely shocking. So it's just a really bad shame that, of course, things like that are happening. But anyway, I was going through, of course, a reader. Someone has sent me a message on TikTok trying to sell me a reading for $15. That's probably roughly is about 12 quid in English money or something like that. But it's quite expensive for just a reading, isn't it? So, yeah, even if you do give a reading out or someone is genuine, that's quite expensive for a reading. But yeah, sorry, I've got a cold in my throat. It must be the Coca-Cola that I'm drinking. But like I say, I think it's absolutely awful. What I said a minute ago. But yeah, never mind about that. Let's move on from that. So, like I say, for a reading, it's probably awful as well. That they charge that amount. You could pay the amount and you'll never get a reading, and they've got your money, they've got you banked to rights. So yeah, that's the only danger about online. You know, I've experienced it in the past, and of course I'm not going to go through all that again. You know, and I'm just not going to do it. And these people that are trying to meet up in person with me, and of course they want me to pay for them to come over and meet in person. That's not going to happen either. So yeah, I've done that in the past. I'm not going to do it again. And of course, you just learn from your past and you learn from your mistakes. But like I say, I'm definitely not sending any more, because at the end of the day, I don't know why they not actually turning up when they actually ask for this money. Somebody actually asked me for a £25 gift card for their children. So yeah, that's probably another scam. But yeah, just have to be very careful about scams these days. You really do. But yeah, put Jim Davison on, please. I don't know if I've got any Jim Davison downloaded at the moment. That'd be nice if I could do that. So yeah, perhaps I could at a later stage. I don't know if I can find any at the moment. I might be able to find something of it, but you'll have to wait and see. The only thing that I've got is probably a picture of Jim Davison, actually. So yeah, right. Yeah, the only thing I've got on the fortunately is probably a photograph of me and Jim together. Let's see if I can find one. If I can find one. So yeah, there's probably one somewhere, but I can't even find that. But no, I'm not really prepared today. But yeah, I suppose I could have been looking around for it. I might be able to find something though. Now, of course, yeah. Oh, there we go. All I can give you at the moment is a picture. There you go. That's a picture of me and Jim Davison there. There we go. And I wonder who took that. He actually said, "Why can't you take a photograph?" Why can't Panda take a photograph? I wonder. So there we go. That's Jim Davison with me on the left-hand side. Okay. So yeah, let's have a look at what else I can actually give to you. I've got some other photographs here. I don't know if, of course, I can't remember this guy's name. Do you remember this guy here, Panda? Yeah, on the bus on the way. He lived in Lowestoft. I think his name was Mark, I think, or something like that. And he met us at the Galston, and when we had that really nice dinner outside at the William Adams Weatherspoons. So that's me with that guy. I believe his name was Mark. So yeah, I think he was a Liverpool fan or something like that. I haven't seen him for ages actually. So that's one picture of him there. Let's see if I can find any other pictures before we leave you with. Oh, by the way, I just want to show this picture here if I can. Well, yeah, hang on. I'm getting all sorts of. Can't you make us laugh? Yeah. Well, how do I make you laugh here? It's not a comedy show, you know. Well, of course, I was once a poet, but I never told you I was one. But there you go. Shall I make a foghorn face there? Yeah, I'll make you laugh with like that. Yeah. Yeah, does it remind you of someone? Hello, Nicole. Yeah, I get away with a lot of things. Yeah, you know who I am. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've got a low voice now. You like all that, don't you? Yeah. I like that. All right. Oh dear. No more voices. Okay. Okay. Listen to me very carefully. I've got a low voice. Oh, yes. Yeah, my normal voice has come back now. I got it. Pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. Oh, here we go. There we go. Trying to get one for you. It's supposed to be a kiss, by the way. Okay. Hello. Hello. I'm trying to do a voiceover here. Oh, it's Mr. Bean. We put the laughs afterwards. Oh dear. Oh, well, that's all you're going to get. You can dance again. Right, okay, what we're going to do now, I'm going to try and find something else here. I'll try and do this, actually, to be honest with you. This here is a picture, right? Okay, if you've not noticed it before, I took this last year, I think it was. You can see the Christmas decorations here. And basically, of course, can you see that a bit closer? Those are the stairs up to the toilets. You've got the ladies up there, where, of course, right at the top of the stairs, and you've got the gents on the left-hand side. That's where the toilets are. And it is Hatfield Weatherspoons, just in case you're wondering. If you've never been there, of course, check it out. It is absolutely massive, and of course it is a nightmare to get to this place, so you probably need taxis to get there and get back, you know, because, you know, there's no transport that is reliable around the area. So it's Hatfield Weatherspoons, Harpsfield Hall, I think it is. So yeah, you can see a little bit of the actual Weatherspoons there. I have been there once in my life. Well, a couple of times actually, for a couple of beers over there. But of course, you can get a bus there, but of course it's a nightmare getting a bus back to the train station. And Hatfield is actually in Hertfordshire, so of course it's on the train from Cambridge to London. So yeah, make sure that if you are to go to Hatfield, make sure that you've got enough money for a taxi, because, you know, I spent most of my time, you know, just travelling on a bus, trying to get back to the train station, and it took absolutely ages, and I was bursting for toilet as well. How extraordinary is that? So yeah, what's your thoughts on that? So yeah, well, there you go. Are you still watching? Of course. Is anyone else watching here in the chat here? Hello, your speaker is same as Matt's. Okay, it's not a speaker, it's a condenser microphone actually. So yeah, that's basically what it is. So yeah, Jim Davison or Tim Vine. Wow, amazing. But very good welcome to everyone here that has just joined us here. It's lovely to be here. All right, okay. I'm going to try and put some theme tunes on, if I can. Right, okay. Let's see if I can put a mega mix on. If I can, that is. Feeling of Love video. The mega mix. Right, okay. It's coming up now. And do enjoy this. Well, hello everybody, welcome to this mega mix here, which comes from Virtual DJ here, and it is dated Friday the 15th of November 2024. It's Nick C with you here today. It's a bit of Teddy J. You can see it on your screen here, a bit of Alvin the teddy bear alongside myself, Teddy J. Yes, that's me. Of course, I am a music producer. Of course, many thanks to Music 2000, and many thanks to EJ and Music Generator 2 for, of course, these creating samples that came from the software. So this comes from, of course, I would say 1999. No, actually, it's a bit more modern than that. It is actually 2009. It's called A Chill Feeling. And on the way we got for you, oh, you're listening to, yes, you're very much listening to, of course, the Mega Mix exclusively for the nation to listen to here. And it's by Teddy J. Yes, it's me talking on the top here. Just a chill feeling, that's what it's called. The original chill out mix of 2009 non-vocal. Next up, as I say, all I need is the words. And it's actually pronounced this way, all I need is all the words. Please do stay with the one you're on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting Christmassy. I couldn't get the words out of Christmassy, but yeah, of course, yeah. Sometimes my words go all over the place, especially when I'm listening to myself on a loud sort of headphone set. But anyway, Away in the Manger is what you're hearing in the background exclusively. Remix in a dance format by Teddy J. Original of 2009, and it's a remix by MTP, which would have been Nick the Producer. So I've got two stage names there, Teddy J and Nick the Producer. So we are getting Christmassy here for 2024. Hope everyone has a good one. Seems to be everyone celebrating Christmas early this year. The next song that follows is MySpace Dance. I remember producing this track back in the day when I was actually in the library, and we could only have the social media account of MySpace, going back a long time there. Remember Friends United? Yeah, that was the time of MySpace before Facebook come up. So MySpace Dance 2009, turn it up. This is the 2009 Mega Mix with Teddy J and the original artist of the producer, otherwise known as NTP. Alright, okay, you are listening to Devil's Paris. Devil's Paris, as in the Devil's Paradise. It's not actually paradise, but it sounds very similar, doesn't it? So, Devil's Paradise with, of course, the next to it at the beginning. So it is the Devil's Paradise and disco interpretation of When the Devil Falls You, and of course we had the club mix interpretation also of the Devil's Paradise and When the Devil Falls You. Remember where you heard them all. And next up we've got an exclusive track here, You're Always Too Far Away, club mix vocal of 2009. Stay with us. This is the 2009 Mega Mix with Teddy J and former artist of NGP, otherwise known as Nick the Producer. But Nick the Producer still might exist, even though it is a past music producer name. listening to, I haven't turned the mic up here. And you're listening to, of course, the Mega Mix here 2009 with Teddy J and still the artist name of Nick the Producer, otherwise, or also known as NGP. Courtesy of Music 2000. Track beforehand was When You're Drowning in the Truth, original chill club mix interpretation. And this one is Going Crazy. It is This Life is Crazy, You Gotta See It Through, original of 2009 vocal mix.
Life is crazy, but you gotta see it through.
So this is a track that is going crazy on the dance floor. Well, it might do anyway. We like to make sure that, of course, you go completely crazy when you listen to these tunes, actually. This Life is Crazy by, of course, Nick the Producer at the time, and still is to this very day, Nick the Producer, otherwise known as NGP, and Teddy J. Life is crazy, as in this life is crazy, you gotta see it through. Which is quite true, actually. This is a mental tune here. It really gets you dancing. Very catchy as well. It's called What a Tune. Original non-vocal 2009. Well, of course, I've got to say, what a lovely tune. It's actually called What a Lovely Tune as well. That might actually confuse a lot of people there. But, of course, it is a great track name as well at the same time. Okay, everybody, my pleasure to bring a close to the show for now. And I will really like to say a huge thank you very much for tuning in. As I said before, we'll be back before you can say, are we back already? See you for next time.